It's rotating. What was in the skies of Israel, and why did it downward treasured sites in Christianity?
All right. Well, welcome to Goof On, everybody. It is January 17th, and it is Monday. Martin Luther King Day holiday for most of us here, except for the folks in Arizona. Because, or do they now? Do they? Do they celebrate MLK Day now in Arizona? I think they do. Well, if they don't, aren't those the people that lied about who the president was 5 minutes into the... No, counting. Anyway, we're here beginning the official Monday through Friday work week. My 9-to-5ers, hopefully you had today off and enjoyed a beautiful day in your neighborhood, your neck of the woods, as I did. It was a wonderful day here in Tampa, Florida, where it was barely 65 degrees, breezy, and partly cloudy. Hopefully you had a better day than most of the people where the snow is falling. And I'm not talking about Canadians. They don't count right now. They do. They count. I'm sorry, Canadians. I apologize for that. But if you're having a lot of snow, sorry about that, but it's the middle of winter. And it really is the middle of winter, because winter started December 21st. And just so people know how winter works, because a lot of people think, oh, the days are getting shorter. No, the days get longer starting December 21st, because that's, or the 22nd, because that's the shortest day of the year. They get longer. See, the earth is like a pot on a stove. It is. You put the pot with water on it. It doesn't boil immediately. It builds up. Well, that's what happens when the days get shorter. Then it gets colder after the shortest day of the year. You think it's going to be super cold that day, but it's not. It gets cold in January because it takes time for it to cycle through and get cold, just like it would get hot, like that pot of boiling, well, not boiling yet, water. You see what I mean? There's a little delay in the way things work. A lot of people think it is shorter days, but they get longer. And after June 21st, the days start to get shorter. I know it's a whole to-do about nothing, but that's what we do here. We talk about all the things that don't mean anything and mean everything, because everything adds up. So I hope you're happy. Hope you're enjoying your Monday on MLK Day today, as I did. I tell you, I watched so many movies about... I didn't watch it. What did I watch, by the way? I did watch something. Oh, I watched Vice. I watched that show, Vice. I watched a bunch of episodes on Vice. As a matter of fact, I'm making a little documentary on on something we're going to talk about tonight. I think, well, maybe I won't talk about it. I don't know. See how I feel. So what are we talking about tonight? Oh, right. Authorities confirmed that these mysterious drones are now over nuclear sites. Where is it? Sweden? Is it Sweden? Who cares? Who cares? Sweden. Oh, where is that at? Is it really Sweden? It isn't Sweden. Why are we talking about this? Who came up with this topic? Ma! No more Swedish meatballs. Back to Italian meatballs. Ma don't understand too much about politics and ufology. It is political, because a lot of people believe that these drones are a danger to the nuclear sites. I mean, we've heard stories all like in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, right? About these supposed UFOs hanging out over the nuclear facilities. And then there were people saying who were apparently abducted and saying, oh, the aliens, they told us not to use the weapons. Oh. And then there's this one guy who's going out on the circuit right now talking about it. It's amazing how this just pops up while this guy seems to be going around the circuit talking about these nuclear sites being visited by UFOs. Roll call, everybody. Ronaldo Maldonado. You know what? The show told me something today. Ronaldo, it has you. The show has you. Consider yourself. Just consider yourself. Welcome to the show. Felicia the Beautiful Flores, welcome to the show. Drango, welcome to the show. Goth White Ink, welcome to the show. Foghorn Leghorn's here. How does he talk? Now, Barn. Oh, that sounds like Andy Griffith. That's who Foghorn Leghorn is. He's Andy Griffith. Now, Barn. Now, you see. No, I can't do it. I can't do the voice. They did. They shot me out of a cannon with 2 cups of coffee before the show. I'm flying through the air right now. Paul Fahey, welcome to the show. Denbub, welcome to the show. Mary Young Sliwa, welcome to the show. Film, welcome to the show. Off-World Data, welcome to the show. Shell Shock, welcome to the show. F-Graph 72, welcome to the show. Mid-Century Mel, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Don't know if I ever met you, but you're here, so thank you. South Point 1360. Welcome to the show. Stu Gerson. Welcome to the show. Marvin's Dale Likens Jr. Easy_E_021. Welcome to the show. Kelly Lewis. Welcome to the show. Ha, there you are, mighty. Ian McFadden. What do you say, Ian McFadden? Good to see ya, lad, or you mighty man, ya. How do you come down out of the green and just look so fantastic, you do, ya lad, ya. Off-World Adam, welcome to the show. Tim Freestone, welcome to the show. Bethany Cohn, welcome to the show. We're going to go down to the bottom at the front door. Walt, welcome to the show. Who's at the front door? Scott Blight. Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the show. Sherry Johnson, welcome to the show. Lee, First Floor Audio, the Music Man's here. Welcome to the show. Brian Kegler's here. Welcome to the show. And Mike McFarlane. Mike McFarlane. I almost said your name wrong, like a fucked up chicken or something. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Nathan Allen, welcome to the show. Okay, we're good. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means I don't have time to do this all night long, or we'd be here all night long. So let's get going. I am a jerk. I admit it. I don't like being a jerk. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. But I am a jerk for one reason. Coraland, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Dexter Boy Williams and Tacey Hale, welcome to the show. You guys coming in? Good to see you. I'll tell you why I'm a jerk. I'm not as big as a jerk as I normally would be for this action that happened, but it happens. And a lot of you who have been following me for a while know sometimes I forget some things. Right, John Hintz? Welcome to you there, John. You're a fantastic man, you. Almost like Heinz. That is how you say it? What's up, unidentified? S4. So, yesterday, we did Sunday in the UK. Fantastic show. What a turnout. And it got me thinking, well, maybe I'll do a show at noon from now on. I'd love to do the show at noon. I tell you, I would. The numbers were great. People showed up, but that's not what I was a jerk about. COVID. Yesterday, I had Alien Girl 111 on, and she was having this guest on her show. It was the guy who was a retired United States Air Force nuclear technician who says he saw a 6-foot shape-shifting thing face-to-face, as well as some orbs and stuff. And I had Alien Girl come on, Amy, and I was real excited about going to the show and hanging out and just, shooting the breeze and whatnot, maybe I would have chimed in. But I'm a jerk. I forgot. I'm not going to lie. Not going to say I fell asleep. Because I don't. I tell you guys, no matter how embarrassing it is, there's nothing wrong with telling people the truth. And I fell asleep. I just read what somebody said in the chat. I forgot. I was watching playoff football and forgot. And let me tell you, I feel bad about it. And I still didn't watch the show, but I heard some things about it. And I heard that there was a nice discussion panel afterwards. And, I feel bad. And then, when the football game ended, I heard messages coming in, right? And I'm like, I'm not checking any. I actually looked at the phone and didn't see. It was TikTok messages coming in. But I didn't think anything about going to see this guy that I promoted on the show here to go at Alien Girls Show. Because it's not normal for me to watch any shows at 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday. So I forgot. That's all I'm saying. I feel bad about it. I feel awful. So Amy, if you watch this, I'm so sorry. She sent me messages and a link to come on, and I saw there were people there, and that I guess there were like 5 or 6 of you guys, and had a panel discussion and talking about stuff. And what's his name who was here, who dropped $20? Oh, by the way, if you want to help support the show, super chat, super sticker. That's how we survive 6 nights a week. So if you feel the show's worthy, please. If not, just you want to support, you can do that, or PayPal, Cash App, or even become a patron. So, what was his name that came in here? He was part of the Nimitz incident. He was on the panel yesterday. Gary Voorhees. Yeah, Gary Voorhees Jr. Yeah, there she is. What's up, AG? AG1. That's your new name from me. That's what I'm going to call you. AG1. Yeah, I don't know if you heard what I said, but I forgot your show was on. It doesn't matter if it was 9 hours earlier and I had you on the show. I forgot. It's just not normal. It's not in my routine. I'll forget it, and I'm the worst. But I can't, keep talking about that forever. I felt awful, Amy. So I was going to take a look at your show on this show and see what you guys talked about, if that's okay. Thank you, Tim Freestone. There we go. You just rolled that sucker up and spit right out. Whoa! Got it. It's a 1. It's a 1er. Thank you. You really threw that thing. It was freaking hard. I think I hurt myself. Thanks, Tim Freestone, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Appreciate that. And we'll give you a little bit of, just to warm people. Thank you, Tim Freestone, for your contribution. And a good mucho gusto, generoso. Grazie. Thank you, Mr. Freestone. Oh, that should be a name, like Guns N' Roses, Mr. Brownstone, right? Mr. Freestone. I can't. I don't have it in me. All right, let's get this show rolling. I don't even know where to start. It's Monday, right? Yeah. All right. So our good friend, who's not a friend at all, Ryan Robbins, was talking the other day. I never played the video. I figured we may have a discussion on what he was trying to talk about. He says, source reveals Congress fighting Pentagon on UFO issue. They're always fighting the government. I gotta hear this thing. I gotta hear it. Really? He's acting like this is something new. That's right. That's what my sister used to do to me. She used to be a lot bigger than me because she's like 4 years older, and she's not a slight girl, you know, kind of thick. She was a catcher for her football, that too. Softball team, if you can imagine. You know how those broads, they're always big, right? Anyway, I was abused as a child. She tried to kill me. It's no joke. Pushed me down the stairs a lot. Anyway, here we go. Let's hear what's so important. I can't play too much of this. You know that.
That wishes to stay off the record. Suffice to say, he has great connections. And no, it's not Elizondo. In addition, I'm going to go into...
Wait, what? Who's the guy? Did I miss something? I think.
Consider a bombshell update on the dynamics between the United States Congress and the Pentagon regarding the struggle to control the UAP issue. This revelation was given to me by an excellent source that wishes to stay off the record.
Oh, shut the front door. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I am so done. He has now jumped the shark. He jumped the shark. You know what that means? He's there now. He's now using the old Corbell trick. The old trick that all these liars use. I got a source. Really good source. It's not Elizondo. I just know a source. Can't tell you who it is. And maybe I show you somebody like Tony Soprano. That's you. I know it's me. Frickin' A, man. There's always a source that you can't tell who they are because it's gonna create they're gonna create problems. They're gonna who's putting their job on the line to trust UFO Jesus with important information? There's gonna be a pushback on the UAP. We gotta know. We gotta know. I want to know the truth about UAPs. Liar. Liar! I want to know the truth! Tell me the truth! I tell you I can't stand it! I tell you I can't! But I'm not going to tell you who I am. Forget about it. Hey, Black Lotus Productions with a $5 super chat. Just want to stop by and say, hey, I got to go though. Still feeling like hell. Oh, yeah, everybody got sick over at the Black Lotus Productions, so they couldn't do their show yesterday. We took that spot for you yesterday. That's why we went live, because you were sick. No, it's not true. I just didn't do a Saturday show. Fixing the light up here above the camera. Here we go. Sorry you're feeling under the weather still. So thank you for the $5, by the way. You didn't have to, but thank you for the support. A continuing supporter of Goof On, Black Lotus Productions. We'll be waiting for your Thursday show, though. Capiche? All right. Get well. That's for you. Everybody's getting sick with this. Now there's one called the Deltacron, something like that. They're mixing the two together. We got the Delta, we got Omicron, we got push together Deltacron. I don't know if that's true. I just saw it on a Facebook post. I think it was Will. Thank you, Black Lotus Productions, who's now on Sundays and Thursdays if they're not ill. Unidentified S4 with a $2 super sticker. Look at Sundays you. And Thursdays. Hey, that's me coming through by accident. Let's see what that super sticker is. In 5, 4, whoa. It's a thumbs up. Hey, right back at you, Slick. Thank you, Unidentified S4. What do you say there, Rubberneck, huh? Huh? You throwing down some dough for Goof On? We'll give you one of these then, huh? Give me that. I got it. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso. Unidentified S4, continuing supporter. Who's this? Dexter Boy Williams with the $4.50. Hey, Rich, you see the video I sent you on Twitter? Maybe. I don't know. Let me take a look real quick for the $4.50 pounder. What name you going under there, Charlie? Huh? Is this you? Let's see. Okay. I just noticed you, Mamos. I flipped your channel. That's not you. I don't know. There's looks like a good, I don't know. Who do you go by? I really don't know. You got to tell me what your Twitter handle is. That's the only way. Dexter Boy Williams, thank you for the $4.50 support. We'll give you one of these because you're in another country. There we go. Hey, good slow motion. Thank you very much. I am so dumb. I really shouldn't have this channel. I shouldn't be allowed. All right, what are you now? Dexter? Dexter Morgan? Dexter Boy Williams. What is the name? Nonaka Bird. My source is Goofon. There's only one F in there and it's all capital letters. Capiche? Sorry about the screaming. Hey, what's up, Pyramid 7? How you doing? Yeah, I'm not seeing broads. Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I don't see it, Dexter. Stu Gerson, what do you... Oh, there is goofology. Goofonology for ufology. Stu Gerson with the new slogan. We'll have to make that one up. We'll have to make a new slogan up. Thank you very much, a continuing supporter of Goofon. Now, let's do this one. It's been a while. And $2, $3, $4, $5. Thank you. A little more? No, just kidding. Thank you very much, Stu. I appreciate that. I'm looking for Dexter's reply, and I don't see it on what your name goes by in the Twitterverse. So, I got to move on. Maybe Gary Voorhees Jr. will show up again. What's up, Murder Hornets? Hornet returns. Marvin's Dale Likens Jr. Hey, most people in this community are full of shh. Don't say that. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up, XDVX? Yeah, that's right. It's Monday. It's MLK Jr. Day. Oh, I got a message on Twitter. Let's see if that's some alien girl. Oh, I see where you're putting it. Yeah, I don't go in that place that much. That's why. All right, well, let's take a look at this together then. That's what we'll do. Yes, I did see this video. I played this before. Yeah. I played this before. This isn't real. Okay, this is bullshit. I'm going to show you the bullshittery again. You know what?
Suffice to say, he has great connections.
Shut up, you and your frickin', I know somebody, but I can't tell you who, and I'm going to give you my serious face. It's almost like my O face, but I shut my mouth. It's the same eyes, but it's my closed mouth face. All right, I'm going to show you this. Because I hate this UFO video. Hate is not strong enough for this video. Hate cannot describe the anger that comes with this UFO video. This is the biggest bullshittery video on the internet. And this guy is lying to everybody. Don't take my word for it. Don't give a shit if you care. But this guy put up this video. He's a photographer, right? And he saw something in the sky. Remember this a few months ago? Hold on, I'll pull it up. And what he did, he's look at this. I want to show you something. See all of this? See all of these things on his thing? This is probably how many times he tried to make the UFO video. He doesn't realize he's putting the evidence out there. That's probably somebody who's working on trying to get this to look the right way. See? Why does he have so many edits of the same thing over and over and I mean, there's 15 that we see right here. 15 different separate videos that he tried pulling the wool over everybody's eye for this.
You need to do this.
See what I mean?
Okay, I'll just show it on screen. Here's
Spencer.
here's number one, Katie.
And
watch.
by the way, he's not that great of an actor. He knows, and I know I'm very, very good at human behavior, human vocabulary, and the way people talk. This guy is not as good as he thinks he is.
You need to clean your screen.
Edited it all. I didn't even change the brightness. I didn't crop it. I did nothing. This is the original.
Oh no, that's
photo.
why there's 15 different edits in the background, you POS. Watch.
I will. Look, does that look like an airplane to you?
No, it looks
A
like
helicopter? A drone?
It looks like a red
It's not my
light
drone.
on it.
First of all, he has it on time lapse, right? That's why that looks the way it's going to here in a second. And what is with the 15 edits? What is this? Bullshit. Lies. I'm telling you, I can't. I'm trying to get to the video where it plays. And then he's trying to show us up close. Oh, there's no way that could be an airplane. It could be a drone. See, that's what it looks like to me. My drone has a very bright light on the bottom and a red light and a green light on the back side. So I'm wondering if that's what this is, but we haven't seen the video yet. See, this is time lapse. You know how I know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different seconds. This is a probably 9-second interval. So it's click, 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 and it spreads out the light. We see this with airplanes. When people think they're capturing airplanes on the city-wide cameras and the frame rate's at 10 frames a second instead of 30. This guy is bullshitting everybody in the worst way. And watch the acting.
It's like an engine, like an airplane or something. But then I looked up and I said, what the HFTMLMNOP is that? And then I got those 3 shots. I was on the tripod, I went click, click, click.
What time was it?
And then
See? Click, click, click. I didn't even watch this whole thing. Well, I did, but it's been months. I mean, I'm just talking about now.
look, it shows the time and everything. June 13th, is it lit up, there's red lights.
It's time lapse.
Helicopter?
That's what it was.
Is that a helicopter?
It looks like little seats.
What?
I am totally disgusted with this guy. This is such bullshit. It's bullshit. Bullshit. And people will believe it. And what it is, he could have had the setting a certain way. And it made, we don't know what kind of camera was used. We don't know what kind of setting it was on. We're just taking some fool's word that he captured a UFO that close and didn't use video. He took pictures. He didn't, did he? Did he take video? I think it says it here. He says, when trying to photograph the Milky Way, I spotted a UFO above my house. I was able to quickly take 4 photos of this UFO. What is this thing? Oh, he took 4 photos? I don't believe it's 4 photos. I think he's lying. Okay, now the camera stuff is in here. It wasn't in here earlier. A Sony A7 III, Sony E-mount. Hold on a second. Look at this. There was a drone used, he says. There was a drone used. I can't blow it up. But here's the drone. Here's the link to it. This is the drone? Oh my God. It was a phantom drone. He's lying. Why would he do that to himself? That's a nice drone, by the way. Why would he say that his equipment... Oh, okay. Now he's saying our equipment. He's not saying equipment that was used. This just gets better. This just gets better. You know why I don't believe it? You know why? Because the guy doesn't seem to be like a good actor. And that video or those pictures doesn't show anything. Doesn't show anything. I think it was his drone. That's it. I'm not talking about it anymore. I gave enough time before. I have the same opinion I did 4 months ago whenever this thing came out. Oh, it came out last June. And you want to know something? That's right. I remember a little more about what I said. This guy's so full of shit that he posted this a week before the June 25th release of the 100 or the 180-day thing. So he was trying to gain traction off of all the popularity in the UFO field at that time. That's why I don't like that guy. You know, it's bullshit. It's not a UFO. And that's that. And I'm disliking it. I didn't give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I just downed it. Don't like it. So I did want to go over a lot of stuff. We're probably going to go over a little bit tonight. Maybe not. I'll see how I feel. So Jared Leto, or Chris Leto, I can't believe I just said Jared Leto. Chris Leto had an interview with Leslie Kean. And I am angry again at the bullshittery that's coming out in this field. Just watch.
The governor of Arizona. And he was a retired full bird.
Yeah, he's retired, but that was such an interesting story. I mean, the whole
Phoenix Lights.
Case. I'm sure any of your viewers who are, into UFOs are familiar with that story. But the fact that he, ridiculed it at a press conference at the time with dressing up as chief of staff as an alien, and then 10 years later admitted that he actually saw it himself.
Which is a lie. Which me and Bill Burns talked about it. I should get that interview where I was on Bill Burns' show, from UFO Hunters, UFO Magazine, that Bill Burns. And we talked about the lies that were coming out of then Governor Fife Symington of Arizona. He never saw the UFO, ever. He never saw the Phoenix Lights, not a second of it. The timing of his saying when he got home and got home at 8:30 to eat dinner and it was all over the news. No, it wasn't on the news at 8:30. It wasn't on the news until 9:30 because reports were coming in and they were still verifying it. And at 9:30, I believe it was Channel 5 News in Arizona says, we have a report of a statewide UFO report coming all the way from Kingman, Arizona to Phoenix and even Tucson. News at 10. And then at 10 o'clock, there was the dropping of the Maryland Guards flares, which threw everybody off of the 8 o'clock sighting, which Fife Symington lied about seeing at 8:30 because it had already passed the mountains that he said they were flying over at 8 o'clock. Well, it was actually about 8:08-ish is when that flew over. Squaw Peak is what it used to be called. Now it's called, I don't know, they renamed it. But anyway, State Route 51, Piestewa Peak is what it's called now. Anyway, back to this.
And then started to advocate for this issue and for the establishment of a government agency, which is something I've been advocating for. He came.
Let me tell you why Fife Symington lied about seeing it. This guy, this governor, forgive me for saying it, was one of the biggest pussies in government we've ever seen in Arizona. He didn't do a bad job, but he didn't do a great job. And he had a chance to do a lot of things for Arizona. And he didn't do it because he lied. I mean, this guy was a criminal, right? So he wanted to get in good graces with everybody that he supposedly wronged when he brought out one of his constituents in an alien costume and brought him out into a press conference that was unscheduled and said, you guys take this too seriously. And they took off the alien mask. It's a joke. So he got so much flack for that. It was unbelievable. Unreal how much hate he got. And he literally, I mean, you could see it. He was either acting depressed or got into some sort of depression. And then when he retired or wasn't reelected, he came out on I Know What I Saw, I think it was, that James Fox documentary, and said, I saw the Phoenix Lights. And then he told his story, which is a complete lie. And Bill Burns told me the story that he gave to UFO hunters when he was going to be on UFO Hunters show, talked about the Phoenix Lights, and it was a different story. And Bill Burns and I were talking, and he goes, wait a minute, Rich. He goes, we thought he was lying too. And I said, I know, because he is lying. So he told you he saw him at 8:30. I said, yeah, he did. He saw him at 8 o'clock or so. He came home for dinner. When he says, oh, hey, wife and kids. This is what Symington says. I heard there was a UFO report over this part of town. He came home, wanted to eat dinner, but then decides to get up and go to where the UFO report was coming from, according to him. He says he got to the park, people were milling around, and then one guy looked up and said, hey, what's that? And there it was, a big triangular craft, 1 to 2 miles wide. And I couldn't believe it. And when he told the story, it was a lie. There's no way he heard the story on the news, lie, because it wasn't on the news yet. He probably heard it coming in somewhere else, but lied about where he heard it. And he goes down to Squaw Peak without a camera, without witnesses, without bringing his family. Hey, kids. Hey, honey, put the dinner aside. I want to see if we can find this UFO. That's what a father does. That's what a father and a husband does who loves his family. This guy only cared about his own ego, himself, and he left the house and he went wherever he went. Nobody saw Fife Symington, the governor, at the park by himself, milling around with other people. It just doesn't happen. What a frickin' ass munch.
Came on a press conference in 2007 that I organized with James Fox, which was the same year he had come out with this admission. And he stood up at the podium and made a statement about it and said, we need a government agency to get to the bottom of this. So it was an incredible transformation.
It was an incredible POS lie, Keen. Keen, you're always getting yourself in with these liars.
Incredible story.
Yeah, it's just interesting for a lot of reasons. You know, it's just he basically says, yeah, between 8 and 8:30 on the evening of March 13, 1997, during my second term as governor of Arizona, I witnessed something that defied logic and challenged my reality: a massive delta-shaped craft silently navigating over the Squaw Peak in the Phoenix Mountain Preserve.
I didn't even watch this yet. That's how much I know about this story. I didn't even watch this, what we're watching now. That's how good I am. I have to say that. I have to say it. It's amazing.
So he sees that. He clearly sees it. And then he goes to talk to his wife, you know, and he says, as soon as I reached home, I told my wife Ann about it. She listened attentively, and we both thought long and hard about whether I should make it public. Eventually, at least for the time being, we reached the conclusion that I should not because of the ridicule from the media.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Yep. And he also was afraid that it would just take over everything and he wouldn't even be able to do his job as governor. He just thought, but it may have been the wrong choice he made.
Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but it just gets me so mad. By the way, if you ever want to see part 1 and part 2 of my dissection of how I figured out Fife Symington was a liar, go to the AZ UFO show and just look up Fife Symington, Phoenix Lights, liar, bullcrap on Blog Talk Radio. I've had this for many weeks. I don't know. I didn't even watch it, to be honest with you, but supposedly these are deleted scenes from the Observer's film.
Colleagues from the public, from the ufology community, can you talk about?
It's not ufology. That means unidentified flying the study of. When you say ufology, it's ufology.
Have you gotten there from your colleagues, from the public, from the ufology community? You know, can you talk about the struggles you've had to be able to bring that message forward?
Oh yeah, oh God, here we go. The struggles of Lou Elizondo. Well, that wouldn't happen if you wouldn't lie.
First of all, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. You know,
No, we don't.
I'm a big boy. I made my own decisions.
Well, we know you're a big boy. We can see your neck. That's all I see is Lou neck.
You know, been through wars. So I'm not asking anybody to feel pity or mercy on me.
We don't.
What I would impart on any.
What an egotistical thing to say. I don't want anybody. Please stop feeling sorry for me. I'm a big boy. I did this all on my own. Stop, please. Oh, the pain, the agony that I went through. You didn't do anything. You didn't say anything. You didn't show us anything. There's nothing that Lou Elizondo has on record that proves this guy investigated UFOs, UAPs, anything. This guy is a piece of shit. You are a fucking liar. You may be a hero to your military buddies and all that shit. Great. Thank you for your service. Now get the fuck out of ufology.
Anybody who
fucking
wants
liar.
to make this journey,
God, I hate him.
Be very careful. You will be surprised the pushback that you might receive, both internally from the U.S. government and even externally to the ones that you're trying to help. Let me break it down for you. So in the U.S. government, I've been threatened. I've had my files erased and my records erased. Despite
which we never saw. Okay. I showed you all my works. I showed you stupid videos and shit and all the mistakes and my tapes and everything. What has Lou shown you? Lou wants to be on the big stage, be the big boy. He wants to take the UFO community and say, hey, I'm here for you. No, you're not. You're here for Lou. Oh, God, I can't stand this guy. I'm just saying it from now on. I fucking hate him.
There being an actual court order, preservation order in place for my files regarding other portfolios. All my files have been deleted and erased.
Yeah, of course, with the little smirk on his face. That's how you know this fuck face is lying.
Deleted and erased.
Fuck you.
There's been an active attempt to discredit me, hold my security clearance at bay, and try.
It's not hard to discredit somebody who's done shit for ufology. This guy's done nothing for ufology. Don't let him fool you. This guy has done absolutely nothing except create disinformation, lies, and showing us videos that aren't anything at all but regular aircraft, birds, and bullshit. Look, if anybody, swear to God on my life, if you tell me any of those 3 videos show a real freaking UFO, I'm going to freaking explode. And believe me, I want to say the F word more, but I've already used the F word one too many times. Fucking lying piece of shit. I don't feel sorry for me. I'm a big boy. No shit. Hey, your wife is like a pancake now. The last time you got on top of her, she still can't breathe. Look at this shithole. Look at this fuckface. Lou Elizondo. Oh, we must always be held accountable for our past sins. What? Like your father? How about your father? Ratting out all those people? Guantanamo Bay? Yeah, talk to your dad about past sins to ensure we don't do it again, he says. It's too early to tell, but depending on how this goes, there may be some folks having to answer some serious questions. Ooh. Replying to at Lou Elizondo. You've mentioned something along the lines about the government testing psychotronic weapons, psyops on the public. In the event of disclosure, would there be justifications for those affected by those problems and programs they created? No! Why would you ask, like Lou's going to say, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's going to be justifications for all those things they did, psyops and screwing with people's brains. Yeah. How about those children, right? What was that place called? What was that place where they fucked with all those kids' brains and shit? What was it called? What was it? I can't remember the name. Montauk. Yeah. What about those guys? You know, look, I'm not apologizing at all. Absolutely not. I refuse to. I don't give a shit. If Lou was knocking on my door right now, I'd say, what the fuck do you want? I don't like him. I don't like disinformation. I don't like liars. I don't like people pulling the wool over people's eyes. And why is Lou now writing a book or publishing a book here in a few months that's going to be released? Every one of you mother effers are going to buy that piece of shit, including myself, and we're going to look at it and read it, and we're going to try to dissect it and say, why didn't he just say this when he was on Sold Out Radio or other shows like that? Why didn't he just say that? Oh, well, he couldn't say it because he's got $1 to make. He's got bills to pay. Oh, well, I heard Lou isn't broke at all. As a matter of fact, it's been looked into that he's got quite a bit of it. So it's not about money, is it? So what is it? Lou still works for the government. That's what it is. He may not be contracted out, but he's contracted out for life, if you know what I mean. Lou is a yes man, a yes sir, and I will lick the boots of all my bosses and all that shit. Now, Lou's bad for business. Bad for business. I want to stay on Lou for a little bit. I haven't been on Lou in a week, and I feel like it's time we get a little bit of Lou. Every day this week, we're going to talk about Lou and his bullshittery. I don't care if you don't like it. You don't like it? There's the door. Look at this. Red Rum Joe is putting out all good things about Lou. Good, bad, different. Right? This is amazing. We'll just do one or two. Lou Elizondo on October 2017, and coming out of the shadows on that stage with TTSA, with his previous job, he was used to having enemies and being anonymous. He was used to having enemies and being anonymous. Never heard of him. Anybody ever hear of Lou before 2017? No, you haven't. So what enemies? What from what was not ATIP? OSAP? What, little OSAP people? He wasn't used to using his name. Number two, this is what Lou's talking about. Lots of people came before us with these types of claims about UFOs, JFK, etc. So I don't take it personally that media didn't take it seriously until the New York Times ran their article. And we all know how the New York Times is an honest newspaper now, don't we? They show both sides, don't they now? No, they don't. They lie out their teeth just like everybody else has to make $1 nowadays. This field has a lot of interesting characters, so you need to figure out who is who. Well, I tell you what, Lou, we know who you are. Number three, Pentagon, full of good people, but when there are pockets of people who are jaded and even corrupts, when I went public, people in my chain of command were pissed off. How come I wasn't briefed? Why were you briefing Secretary of Defense staff and WH liaison and not two-star equivalent? Number four, last one, in your chain of command. I was just ending there. That's why I went to 4. Well, there are reasons for that. Will become self-evident soon enough. Really? Well, we're waiting. Still haven't heard those reasons. Mentions his files gone missing. Well, government is required to keep files between 4 to 7 years and sometimes indefinitely. Wait. Government is required to keep files 4 to 7 years and sometimes indefinitely? So you can't have it both ways, dipshit. In his case, the requirement / court order was to preserve all of his emails. So when the Pentagon admits they broke their own rules and deleted Lou's files, that's a big deal. Yeah. Who do you believe? There are individuals in Pentagon who are under scrutiny with Inspector General's office, which acts like Internal Affairs office in a police department. Who's dirty? Lou is dirty. We'll come back to that tomorrow. Yeah, no, I am not going to stop with this Lou tirade. I am going to make as much noise as possible about Lou and now his involvement in being with the Galileo project is a problem for me. And I'm not looking at the chat room because I'm on a roll here. I don't like to get distracted. So if you're asking me questions or saying things and I'm not reading them, that's why. I can't have this anymore. Somebody's got to say it every effing day. And I'm going to be that guy. And yeah, get tired of it. I'm not going to spend whole entire shows on Lou. But let me tell you, every day I'm going to say something this week. And I'm not going to stop probably after that. I don't like the guy. I don't like a guy who picks what shows he'll go on because he doesn't want to be asked the hard questions. I don't like people like that. They got something to hide. Oh, my NDA. Fuck you and your NDA. Piece of shit. Don't go into a field where credibility is everything and hiding is nothing. Well, that doesn't really make much sense, does it? I tried. I missed. Swing and a miss. But you know what I mean. Oh, God, I can't stand him. I just can't. I don't know why it got to me today, but hey, forget about it. That's how I feel. You know? Yeah, that's that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Kill me. I'm right here. Come on. Take me down. Kill me. I'm here. Come on. Kill me. Come on. Come here. Come now. Remember in Predator? Oh. And then he goes around the other side. All right. Let's slow down for a second. Let me get you guys back into good graces here with me. You know, I really care. But, we got to chill out for a second. What are they? Why are they? Shut up, you. Oh, shnikey. I just saw something I need to talk about real quick. I don't understand this. This is the name of the video. My girlfriend's son, Goofon, doesn't understand this. It's a video somebody made.
So the other day, my girlfriend's son...
Why don't I understand this? Oh, somebody remade this because I said I don't understand what this means. Oh, yeah, I wrote in the comments, I don't understand this. Can anybody tell me what this is?
Son made a TikTok about me without me knowing. I gotta admit, he went a little bit hard in the paint. If you missed it, well, here it is.
Show yourself, then show what you be f***ing.
Now I gotta admit, he got me pretty good, and he scored...
What does that mean? Show yourself and show me what you'll be effing.
Some points for creativity, but I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't feel just a little bit salty. Even my followers piled on and started roasting me in the comments section.
What are they saying? Bro, that's a good one. How the hell is he doing that? I don't understand.
Bro.
Show me what you'll be effing, and he shows his stepdad in his bed? In the bedroom?
Oh, my own followers. I seriously had to think this one through. I mean, here I am roasted extra crispy. Do I take the high road or do I clap back? For the next few days, I was stewing. I couldn't eat, couldn't drink. All I could think about was how viciously I was burned. I thought about it, and as much as I wanted to take the high road, I figured, f that. Let's reel them in a little bit.
Show yourself, then show what you be f***ing.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Oh, I thought it was the kid. But why would the kid... Okay, I thought that was his stepson in bed. It was his stepson's mother. But what does this mean?
So the other day, my girlfriend's son made a TikTok about me without me knowing. I gotta admit, he went a little bit hard in the paint. If you missed it, well, here it is.
Show yourself, then show what you be f***ing.
Show yourself and what you would be effing. Does that make sense that he would show his stepfather? Anyway, now that I saw what it was, because I was watching that on my phone, I couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl in the bed. It was the kid's mother. Now I got it. I know, Gigi, right? People need to, yeah, I need to get off TikTok as well. Anyway, I just saw that in my email and don't know why I didn't understand it. Okay. So let's get to what's really going on in the world right now. These drones or UFOs over that Swedish site, the nuclear site, they're never going to stop. You know, the drone incursions, right? Isn't that what it is? A drone incursion over a nuclear site? It doesn't really... First of all, where's the video evidence of these drones or UFOs? That's what I need to see. And we're not seeing it. We're just taking their words for it. There it is. That's the article. From the Deflate, Tim McShillen. The Swedish Police Authority said they have launched a nationwide investigation into incidences which occurred on Friday, the 14th of January. Officials say they don't know who was responsible for the incursion so far, although spokespersons with Swedish Police and Ministry of Defense called these events extremely serious incidents. The first mysterious drone sighting was reported at approximately 8 p.m. local time by a security guard at Forsmark nuclear power plant located along Sweden's eastern coast, about 70 miles north of Stockholm. Law enforcement immediately responded to the area, and police spokesperson Petra Blomqvist confirmed that officers on the ground and in a police helicopter both visually confirmed an unidentified aircraft was operating near the Forsmark nuclear plant. Shortly after being spotted by police, the drone began to travel eastward before finally disappearing near the island of Grasså. We saw the drone in place on the ground and in the air, then we lost it. It's unclear what happened to it, Blomqvist told the Swedish news outlet Aftonbladet. There is no indication that it has dropped anything or landed. Around the same time as the sighting at Forsmark, police say similar unidentified drones were seen flying near other Swedish nuclear facilities, including the one in Oskarshamn and Barsebäck nuclear power plants. Okay, so here's what's going on. Pretty interesting. They're now calling UFOs drones, is what's going on. That's the thing. That's the ticket. That's what people are doing. Tony McClear with a $10-pounder. Hey, Richie and Gufonians from the UK. What do you say, Tony McClear? How do you doing, Mr. McCleary? I know, I wanted to say McCleary. Thank you very much for the super chat, 10 pounds. And we'll give you this one since we've played a few of them tonight. Well, where is it? Thank you, Tony McClear. Mucho gusto, generoso. Continuing supporter of Goofon. That's what they're doing, Tony. They are now calling UFOs mysterious drones. All right. So let's talk about this for a second, because what is the big deal? Well, a lot of people think that, well, I don't think we're on the cusp of a nuclear war. As a matter of fact, we're far from it. No matter what people think is happening with China and Taiwan and Russia and all the other places that they'd like to go, whatever intimidation tactics that are going on, it's always happening. But when they get in the U.S. airspace, it becomes a whole new story, right? Now it goes on mainstream media, or does it? Well, apparently people think that mysterious drones or UFOs going over nuclear plants are a bad thing. Are they? Could be. You have to think of the implications. If it's a guy like me, I can't fly into a nuclear or near a nuclear facility. The drone won't be allowed to go there because of FAA restrictions, and I would be shut down. My drone would be sent back flying, These people can have their own drones modified and without that kind of FAA response, and they can fly wherever they want. I mean, drones are not that hard to modify. Once you modify them, you break the warranty, but who gives a shit about a warranty when you want to go check out or intimidate your government? Or if you're a terrorist and you want to go over to a nuclear facility and see what's up. Well, there isn't anything that a drone will find, right? Am I wrong? Maybe I am wrong. That Google Earth wouldn't be able to find. Like if you go fly around a nuclear facility, you could pretty much see all around, right? I bet you if I go over to the one in Arizona, I wouldn't have a problem checking out. What is the one in Arizona? Well, I'll pull it up. Let's take a look and see if we can do that real quick. Uh-oh. Oh, look what happened. I don't have a screen anymore. Okay. What? Okay, there's some video here. I can't see it though. Hold on. Maybe, is this it? No. Oh, this is bad. I don't see anything open for this to be happening. How is this happening? Shit. Palo Verde, thank you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to slide it over here. Palo Verde. Here we go. It's in Tonopah, Arizona. It's about 65 miles west of Phoenix, approximately, I think. Here we go. I'm pulling it up. Oh, this isn't... Idiot I am. I meant to go... I can't pull up Google... my Google Earth app. The computer won't let me. This is bad because I have other things I have to play and I can't see those either. As a matter of fact, a lot of stuff isn't showing anymore. I don't know what to do. I mean, this is it. I'm trying to click down here, maybe pull it down. It's as if there's no side that I can grab, you see? I don't understand. I don't even know I don't know what that is. That's bizarre. I'll have to restart the computer then. That's it. Not now, but. There's my screen. Whoa. Whoa, wait a minute. Then what is up? I don't want to get rid of this. I need this open. Shit. There we go. I think I figured it out. Nope. Shit. This is bizarre. I can't get rid of this file, whatever this is. Hold on. I am going to do a Control-Alt-Delete thing. Task Manager. Google Chrome, I gotta leave that open. This I don't care about. System tray, it's not that. It's gotta be this, and I don't want that closed. I'm gonna have to. Damn it. It didn't help. This sucks. No, I don't know what's up. That's weird. It's still there. I can't. Oh, I hate this. Well, I can't open it up. I can't. I don't know what's wrong. No, I don't watch porn on this computer. No. No. I'm smarter than that. This sucks. Damn it. That sucks. All right. Well, anyway, I've got this open. So this is the Palo Verde nuclear site. I mean, big deal, right? I was actually there. Yep. A friend of mine used to work there, subcontracted out to clean stuff. And I walked through part of the plant with him one day. It was pretty amazing. Had to get a badge and all that shit. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, for another day. All right, let's keep going. All right, so I have an announcement to make real quick before I continue on with this story on, I think I'm getting rid of Discord for GoofOn. I keep getting charged $10 a month for something I didn't want. And I canceled it, and they're still charging me. And it's to have extra, so you guys can have icons and all this other stuff, so you can do extra things. I forget what it's called. But it's charging me $10 a month, so I'm going to dispute the last 3 months because I canceled it, and I noticed I got charged today for it. So I may have to cancel Discord altogether. So if those of you like Discord, I don't know why you like it. It sucks over there, but we do have a GoofOn chat in Messenger if people are interested. If anybody wants to go there and you're friends with somebody who's there, they can send you the link and you can join for free, I guess. It's free, but a lot of people use it instead of Discord because Discord's, in my opinion, not healthy. All right. So I don't really know what the major problem is that drones would be flying over nuclear plants, unless they're dropping bombs or hand grenades. And if they are real UFOs, like alien stuff, this has been going on for years. And there's nothing anybody can do about it at this point. I don't know why they don't have any type of defense for this. It's real interesting. I mean, if you have a nuclear facility and other countries like America and other places have these plants and they've had drone activity, why isn't there a better response to this? How are they not able to track these down? I mean, don't we have the ability? Don't they have the technology or the defense to find out what these drones are? Because if they're consumer drones, like they're trying to play off, I don't think it would be impossible, but it would be very difficult to find out who's flying drones because people like to talk and relationships always, one day somebody's going to say, hey, I know a guy named Jay. He flew the drones over Boppity Bop place in 1995. You know, you never know when that's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Unless it's real alien UFOs that they're just calling mysterious drones. That's a problem. That's a major problem. As far as being attacked, my thing is, I don't think that any terrorist organization or any haters that don't like their government, especially Sweden, come on. But nonetheless, if there are people out there with bad intentions, they're going to find them. But if it's UFOs, they're never going to be able to do anything about it. So then what would the purpose be for UFOs, alien drones, flying over towards these nuclear facilities? Nobody knows. We can only speculate that they're making themselves known because they don't like what we're doing. Yeah. Well, oh well. What are they going to do? Zap them off? Turn them off? It's not like they're going to nuclear silos where there's missiles that can be launched. That's a different story. Or is it? I don't know. I feel that going to a nuclear facility where they produce energy could be for future attacks down the road. But they would already have that intel. It's everybody's got it who wants to be a bad guy. It's not that hard. You don't need a drone to investigate that shit. So it makes you wonder, is it kids just seeing if they can get away with it? We've all done that stuff, not at nuclear facilities, but, you know, we tested the authority, threw eggs at cop cars. Sure. Yeah, we did. There was a couple of cops in the neighborhood that were a-holes, and we waited 1 o'clock in the morning one night. When he came riding by, me and my friend Sean snuck out of his house. I think it was like 8th grade. And, man, we just pounded this car with like 6 eggs. He was pissed. Yeah, it was fun. I don't care. My dad was a cop. But when you have an asshole cop who lies to your parents and makes up stuff just to get you in trouble, that guy deserves an egg in the face. And not on his car. What's this? I am Stu Little for $4.50 pounder. We've had UFO sightings over Hunterston Nuclear Power Station on the west coast of Scotland, up the road from me. They took them seriously, and they should. Thank you very much, I am Stu Little, for the $4.50 pounder. That, you see, now I'm glad you brought that up. And thank you very much for that super chat, by the way. Because it is dangerous. And they should take them seriously. What are we? This one? Mucho gusto, generoso, I am Stu Little, so. Grazie. Thanks a lot, man. Continuing supporter of Goof On, I remember. Thank you. It is, and we should take them seriously. I'm not saying we shouldn't. I'm just wondering, what are they? Why are they? Just like the song says, what are they doing there? Who's flying them, and what do they want? What do they want? What would a guy like me or a teenager who doesn't know why do it? Just to see if you can get away with it? That is a huge offense, in my opinion. That is enormous. First of all, it costs resources to get people to go out there and investigate this shit. So you're costing your taxpayers money, number one. Number two, it's not illegal, but you're straddling the line between what's legal and what's illegal. It's legal to fly drones. They said it in those other drones that were around nuclear facilities. The drones did not break the legal barrier. It's just unusual. I can't remember where the other drones were. You know, the ones that were really in the news last year? I can't remember where that was for some reason. I keep thinking of California, but I don't know if that's right. But apparently, if it's UFOs, alien UFOs, they're not draining the power. We're not losing any energy. They're not breaking down. So in my opinion, they're gathering intel. And I don't know why, but it would only have to be for a nefarious reason. There's no other reason why a drone would go over there unless there's something they want to do or make a point. It's not like they're dropping banners. It's not like they're holding a sign. They're not shining flashlights. Remember the ones where there was like a couple of them and people saw them on a nightly basis coming and going, but nobody knew where they came from? That's the one I keep thinking of from last year. So here we go again, approximately 6 months later, and we're getting these stories coming in. And if I go back to the story and just read a little further, thanks, I am Stu Little. There were also additional reports of drone sightings near the Ringhals nuclear power plant located in Sweden's west coast. The Swedish national public television outlet SVT posted a video captured by a passing motorist of an odd-looking bright light, reportedly flying near the Ringhals nuclear power plant around 8:30 p.m. local time on January 14th. Around the same time that the video was captured, a security guard at Ringhals notified police he heard what was perceived as a drone in the area. Law enforcement responded to the reports, here it is, near Ringhals power plant on the ground and by helicopter. However, authorities said they were not able to locate any drones operating in the area at the time. Screenshot of mystery drone taken by a motorist near Ringhals nuclear power plant. That is a big, bright light. That is blurry, yes, so it makes it a little bigger. But mysterious incursions by drones and other sightings of unidentified aerial objects within protected airspace have become a topic of interest, increasing international concern in recent years. More than a dozen nuclear facilities in France, wow, a dozen? Were buzzed by unidentified airborne objects, assumed to be professional-grade drones. Assumed is the word. Over a period of several months between late 2014 and early 2015. The identities of the parties responsible remain unknown. In the U.S., there were more than 60 different incidents involving mysterious drone incursions at 24 different nuclear facilities from 2015 to 2019, according to a September 2020 report by Forbes. At the same time that French nuclear facilities were facing mysterious drone incursions in 2014 and 15, U.S. Navy aviators say they were frequently encountering what the Pentagon has characterized as UAP along the eastern coast of the U.S. Okay. Now you see what they're doing? They're trying to tie in. They're trying to tie in what's been happening here with the nuclear facilities. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like, you know what they're making it sound like? It's either alien drones like UFOs, UAPs, you heard them, or commercial grade drones, consumers. I mean, I said commercial grade, I apologize. I meant consumer grade drones. So check this out. Then further down in this article, the mysterious drone sightings came a day after the Swedish Ministry of Defense announced it was increasing its military visibility on the Baltic Sea island of Gotland in response to Russian landing craft seen operating in the Baltic. Sweden is not a member of the North Atlantic Trade Organization, NATO, but maintains close ties to the military alliance, which has been on the edge recently over the threats of a Russian invasion of Ukraine. According to the Swedish Police Authority, preliminary investigations into the drone sightings are being handled by regional police investigators. Oh, thank God. Because some of the sightings occurred nearly 400 miles apart, officials say the investigations will be coordinated by the Swedish Police's National Operational Department. Police officials have declined to comment further on the ongoing investigation outside of acknowledging that the sightings remain a mystery as of now. So it's going to keep going on. That is a hell of a lot of sightings. Hell of a lot of drone activity, UAP activity, things that nobody can explain. That's a threat. That's a threat. I'd give Lou that one. I'd give Lou that one. that there's issues with these drone incursions happening near nuclear facilities. Now, if they kept saying it's happening around missile silos, nuclear silos, where they launch the ever-loving military nuclear bombs, that would be a really big issue. It's still an issue. And you can't just say, so what? You can't just brush it off. So I don't know what it means. But I don't like it. So much I could say on that. So let's move on to something I find extremely interesting. I think I talked about this once before. Next segment. Whoa, slow down. I'm glad they put the shock absorbers in this chair. I didn't get thrown around like I usually do. Has anybody ever heard the story, and this goes back a decade or so, about the boy who was born here on planet Earth, but said he was from Mars at 2 years old? He learned how to read at 1. He was walking by 2 months. Something like that. Do you remember this guy? He's now 24 years old, but I want to go back a little bit because this boy claims he once lived on Mars. And the story is absolutely crazy. And whether you believe it or not, I want to know at the end of this story, because I think this is bizarre as bizarre gets. Bernie gets. I think this is cool as hell. And I wish this kid was my kid, because I tell you what, he'd be all over the place. We would be on talk shows. We'd be doing books and making movies. Maybe it's all bullshit. Let's take a look at the boy who claimed he lives or once lived on Mars and was reincarnated here. In 3, 2, gush. Hey. Oh, your mother's got 999 shoes. Here we go. Let me make sure it's all the way up. There we go.
The Earth left scientists stunned. The moment Boriska was born, his mother knew he was a special child. But little did she know that her son would grow up to baffle scientists and researchers all over the world. This is the unbelievable story of Boriska Kiprianovich, the boy who says he once lived on Mars. Boriska Kiprianovich was born on 11th of January 1996 in Volgograd, a city in Russia. His mother Nadiezhda Kiprianovich, who is a doctor, immediately knew that there was something extraordinary about her newly born baby. It all happened so fast. I didn't even feel any pain, she said. Much to her...
He just slipped right out. He just came right out. Like there was a shoehorn or something in there. She had a shoehorn help. She had help from a shoehorn. Look at that kid. That's a beautiful baby, but that's not him.
Astonishment, little Boriska was just 2 weeks old when he learned to hold his head up without any support. As days went by, Nadiezhda began to notice other phenomenal, precocious developments in him.
He had a third eye. His hair grew really fast. His teeth were upside down. He chewed inward. He chewed inward. What does that mean?
According to her,
I have to interrupt it every now and then. If I don't, you know.
a few months later, Boriska picked up many words and soon began speaking fluently. The baby never cried much and was always in good health. By the time he was about a year and a half, the baby could read, write, and paint.
And because he was a ginger, we didn't really know if he was human. You know those gingers.
Whenever Boriska drew humans, he always painted a strange orb that floated around them. Later, researchers speculated that the child was trying to draw auras of the people that he could see. When he was 2, Boriska's mother enrolled him in the kindergarten, where he began astonishing his teachers.
Enrolled him in the kindergarten, not in kindergarten, in the kindergarten. Usually you go to kindergarten when you're about 5. So he's pretty advanced, this baby, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, no more joking, I'm sorry. I just had to throw those out there because that's who I am.
His teacher couldn't believe it when the 2-year-old wrote with the ability of a much older
He told me to F off, and I didn't understand why. I can't help it.
child. Not only this, but Boriska also possessed an exceptional memory. As the child learned more words, he once spoke something that had his mother in a state of utter disbelief. Every day, the child spoke of a different home, a home that did not exist on this planet. Boriska soon began to talk about faraway galaxies, complex planetary systems, and highly developed alien civilization.
First of all, that is absolutely amazing. Now, I don't know if this mother was into, like, maybe astrology, or maybe she watched a lot of these shows, but this is not normal for a kid of that age, right? Wouldn't you agree? So we have something really different here. I never watched the end of this, so I would like to fast forward, but we'll just go through it. Sorry, I have to stop it every now and then. I'm trying to stop it strategically to talk to you. But it's amazing. I mean, talking about faraway galaxies, complex planetary systems, and highly developed alien civilizations. I would die to have a kid like that. I wish I was that kid.
He also began to display an extraordinary obsession with space. Nadezhda also said that as Boriska kept growing up, he felt lonely and distant from this world.
Just like I do. You see, don't you feel that way too? A lot of you out there, I know, because I talk to some of you, you feel like you just don't belong. And I've said it forever, that I don't feel like I'm from this planet. I don't. No. Earth is beautiful to me, but I always felt like I am not from here. And I always felt different, and I was always called weird. But yet I was a normal kid. But why? Because I was outspoken. I said a lot of things that other people wouldn't say. I told the truth more than people normally would. And I don't know, doing impressions and cracking jokes all the time is something that's Mars-like. But that's not the feeling I had. It's an internal thing. It's like at the end of the day when everything's quiet and you're just laying in bed and you close your eyes and just feel disconnected from what's here. I do. I still do.
Eventually, he began to reveal more about his previous life, a life where he was born on Mars. Boriska claims that he belonged to an ancient civilization that once thrived on the Red Planet. He says that after a conflict among his own species that lasted thousands of years, his entire race was wiped out. The child also claimed that a few of his brethren still remain on Mars, residing underground and breathing carbon dioxide.
Come on. How would a kid know this at that age? This is not normal. So then you got to think. Every now and then there's a person that becomes very well known. You can talk maybe like Galileo or Leonardo da Vinci or Tesla or even, what's his name with the crazy hair, Einstein. There's always a few people that are history changers. And then you got, that invent stuff, that they're way ahead of their time. They're very smart. But is it just two different sides of the spectrum? And this kid may be an anomaly? And maybe what some scientists say about our DNA, it could be your whole DNA could be encoded with messages and history of your previous lives and the bloodline and all that. I wonder if this is one of those kids, one of these people that are messengers, and they tell us the truth. How would this kid know to say all this stuff? This isn't normal. This is so abnormal. You want to say it's paranormal, but it's not. It's somewhere in between. And it's a fascinating story. And if it's not a hoax, well, who else is out there that has a child that may have spoke of such places and such things, and their parents just dismissed it as, oh, he's got a funny little friend, an imaginary friend, and he's talking out his ass half the time. Yeah, he got it off the TV because, no, not at 2, not at 3, maybe at 5, 6, or 7, but come on, this is detail. We'll continue. He claimed that a few of his brethren still remain on Mars, residing underground and breathing carbon dioxide. That sounds bad.
According to Boriska, Martians used to be about 7 feet tall and stopped aging after 35 years. He also said that they were capable of interstellar travel, and Boriska himself had once traveled from Mars to Earth. He said, "We could travel in time and space flying in round spaceships, but we would observe life on Earth on triangular aircraft. Martian spaceships are very complicated." According to him, Martian spaceships were multi-layered and could easily travel across the entire universe. Then, he revealed something that prodded his mother to investigate his case further. Boriska said that his Martian civilization once had a strong connection with ancient Egyptians and the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Come on. Really? Are you kidding? How is this even possible? How? How would he know? How would he know this? Hell, a lot of people out in the field don't even put this together, and this is a child. This is unbelievable to me, just on another level of strange. And if I find out at the end that this kid made it all up, I will cry at the end of the show.
The boy claims that the monument of the Great Sphinx has the power to dramatically change life on Earth when it is unlocked.
Come on!
According to him, the Sphinx can be opened through a complicated mechanism behind its ear, which when opened will reveal great secrets about the universe.
I think they would have found that by now, and if they did, they're hiding it from us, but that hasn't come out yet. Behind its ear? Well, let's get something over there and x-ray it. Let's take a look. Let's just, move the ear over a little bit. It's just a flap. Reveal great secrets about the universe. Maybe that's why Zawi Hawass hates it when people say the pyramids were built by aliens. And he goes nuts. Hates it. And usually when people get that nuts and that crazy, that means it's true. Just like when you call, I won't get into it, but you know what I mean. You know people who get really defensive when they shouldn't be defensive. They're hiding something.
While Boriska's...
Oh, by the way, Zawi Hawass was the curator of Egyptian antiquities back in the day. He's no longer that, but he still works there.
Surprising claims have always been taken with a pinch of salt. Scientists discovered something strange inside the Sphinx in 2017.
Here we go.
A few years ago, a team of scientists found a mysterious void when the ancient structure was scanned. As Boriska continued talking about unbelievable instances and displayed extraordinary scientific knowledge for his age, Nadezhda decided to have his case examined by researchers. When scientists studied his case, they were convinced that the child indeed possessed extraordinary intelligence. He was also found to be an extremely shy and introverted person who did not act like other children.
What was I saying earlier? Some of us who feel disconnected, introverted, some people are shy, some people, talk a lot. But most of these people who are like this are introverted. They like to study. They like their work. They read, and create, and always thinking. I wonder where this is going to end. This is so unbelievably familiar.
The researchers were even more baffled when Boriska talked about faraway planetary systems with accuracy, something that was unheard of for his age. With his amazing skills, the young man has also managed to impress academic scholars and astronomers around the world. Now, Boriska claims that our planet will eventually meet the same fate as that of Mars if humans continued to fight with each other and destroy the planet with internal conflict.
Got a hot mom if that's her. Okay, here we go. Here we go again. I'm bringing this up because it's been known ever since the alien abduction scenario has been into our culture that the message has always been from the aliens, you're going to suffer the fate, you're going to, of our planet, of Mars and other civilizations in the galaxy that have destroyed themselves because of their own technology. Here we are again, hearing that same thing, but from a child who grew up and studied and has the memory of some ancient alien world that still is inhabited on Mars, that he is some reincarnation of this existing culture. And I want to believe it. I really do. I find the story fascinating. I'm not going to dismiss it. But if you were the parent or parents of this child and you realized this at 2-3 years old, that this kid is talking about being from Mars, yet you showed them nothing that had to do with Mars, or even books like that of that nature, how was he born with all this intellect? It makes you wonder, man. It makes you wonder. That's why I'm talking about it. That's why I find the story interesting. But here we go again with that message that we're going to destroy ourselves with internal conflicts. Of course we will.
However, according to Boriska himself, he is not one of his kind. The boy says that there are many other kids like him, who have been sent on Earth to warn mankind of an impending Armageddon. Boriska refers to such kids as indigo children and says that they possess special abilities. Over the years, the 25-year-old became a local celebrity and continued to amaze everyone with his extraordinary intelligence. Recently, there were speculations that Boriska had suddenly disappeared with his mother from their hometown. According to various reports, he now lives in a remote village in Russia, where he cannot be reached.
Good.
While many people have dismissed Boriska's claims as mere fragments of his imagination, many others believe that it is simply impossible to make this up.
You know who is dismissing it? Other researchers, scientists, people who don't have an explanation for his intelligence. Look, I was a very imaginative kid, okay? I imagined being a lot of different things, but I never once imagined saying things that would make sense about, well, I come from Mars originally and my ancestry is still there, but you can't see them because we destroyed the planet. Now, my brethren is living underground, just breathing massive amounts of carbon dioxide. Or is it carbon monoxide? Well, anyway, they're breathing a lot of crap. It is interesting. I totally love it, and I don't know where to go with it. If somebody is a remote viewer, don't you think by this time we would have had Boriska's accounts verified, right? Nobody's ever verified anything of that nature. Now, I do have something interesting. Let me see if I have it here in my records. I want to show you something. This was going to be a show. Let me pull up my downloads. I was going to do a show on this, but I'm just going to make a short video. Let me see if I have the thumbnail. I don't have the thumbnail. Yeah, I didn't upload it yet. So I'll save that information. But there is a rock structure on Mars that looks like a keyhole. And those keyholes and this structure are seen in Japan, and I forget what they're called. But I would have to say it's 90% a match that this structure seen on Mars and the keyhole structure seen in Japan that they built is spot on. I mean, it's 90% spot on. It makes me a little curious how that happens, especially Cydonia. Yeah, maybe the face on Mars is distorted and could be shadows and all that. But there are certain structures on Mars, the pyramids in Cydonia, the way they're set up, that match to Orion and all that stuff. No, I'm not an astronaut. No, I don't know what could have been faked and, who switched things around and made things look like they're not there and they are there and it's all bullshit. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. Here's an interesting one. I think I may have showed this by accident the other day. Let me see.
It was an underground city of...
Oh, this isn't... Okay, I was... Shoot, I don't know if I want to show this. Yeah, I'm not going to show it. No, I need to save that for myself, for something else. I appreciate a lot of you showing up tonight. We got up to 200 live, which I don't know where you guys came from, but thank you for coming over and checking out the show. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The more masses we reach, the better, I think. I was thinking about just making it a subscription only. Like, you have to subscribe to comment in the chat room, which kind of controls the environment. And when I was on Ryan Stacy's show, he made a very good point why he does it. But he gets his crowd from somewhere else. So, we're doing things a little different here. We're going to keep it going the way it is. I thought about it, really, really, really did. All right, who built the Great Serpent Mound? Speaking of strange structures, I love these serpent mounds. This comes from Mystery History, and I'll put the link to this in the show's description after we end this live broadcast. But I like the serpent mounds. We've talked about them before. But there's always new videos coming out. I haven't talked about it in a couple of years. But check this out in 5, 4, 3, 2, gush.
Over the past few weeks, the channel has been focusing on the many Neolithic ruins which can still be found littering our planet. Enigmatic earthworks built in a bygone age, supposedly by our primitive, flint-wielding ancestors. Enormous ancient undertakings, Neolithic features. However, there still remains many as yet unexplained, yet clearly excellently executed ruins that, due to the capabilities of their past constructor, fortunately still exist to this day. ancient supposed Neolithic ruins, such as that of the effigy mounds. It seems, regardless of the gigantic effort these would have once been for currently claimed architects, these effigy mounds, such as that of the Great Serpent Mound of Ohio, the largest surviving mound of this type, were created merely for entertainment purposes, or perhaps as an offering to the gods. We are, in the modern age, fully aware of serpent worship.
Isn't it supposed to be, yeah, I didn't interrupt it. Isn't it supposed to be the image of a snake, the serpent, and I think these are made symbolically, and here it is going to eat the egg, I believe. I don't know why they built this. Some people say it was for finding water, or it was for praying. You know, you walked on top of this thing and you prayed to the gods, and then you throw yourself into the egg. I don't know.
Aware of serpent worship, once undertaken by ancient civilizations across South America. And due to these already understood ancient belief systems, the possibility that these unexplained mounds may have been religiously motivated becomes a logical postulation.
So, you know, I would love to play the rest of it, but I'll just jump through here. There's a lot of stuff. I wish I would have started it here if I would have known. Damn it. The head of the serpent mound is lined up to the point on the western horizon where the sun sets on the summer solstice, which is June 21st. The longest day of the year. Coincidentally, I talked about that earlier. Some think the three main curves of the serpent's body point to the summer solstice sunrise, the equinox sunrise, and the winter solstice sunrise. Others believe they are aligned to the minimum northern moonrise, the point on the horizon where the moon rises at the midpoint in its cycle, and the maximum southern moonrise. Due to the short sight lines and the inability to define precise alignments for the U-shaped curves of the mound, it may not be possible to determine whether the builders of the serpent really intended it to be aligned to either the sun or the moon. Oh, I see. Yeah, you see, that's difficult to figure out, man. This is amazing stuff, though. But, yeah, check it out. One of North America's most spectacular effigy mounds, Serpent Mound, is a gigantic earthen sculpture representative of a snake, built on a spur of a rock overlooking Ohio Brush Creek around 100 AD by the Fort Ancient culture. The earthwork was likely a place for ceremonies dedicated to a powerful serpent spirit. The site is located on the edge of a massive crater, possibly formed by the impact of a small asteroid around 300 million years ago. Jesus! What? Or maybe it was a UFO, and the creature came out of it, and ever since then they built this mound over it. Frederick Ward Putman studied Serpent Mound between 1886 and 89. Due largely in his efforts, Serpent Mound became the first privately funded archaeological preserve in the U.S. Pretty cool. I'd like to go to Ohio just to see that in person. It looks great. It looks beautiful. Very well manicured, by the way. Whoever's mowing the lawn over there, good job. That's right. I gave a wink. I gave a wink to the guy mowing the lawn over there. UFO sightings. The U.S. Department of Defense Pentagon UFO report body. Oh, okay. I am showing this. We're going to do this now.
There's stuff flying in our air.
I was going to do this tomorrow, but I'm going to do it now because that's how long it'll take. I said we might go a little long tonight. We're going to go to 11 past the hour every night. 11 is when we shut down. All right? So 20 minutes. Now, I love body language. I really like the behavior panel. It is the most professional and I think the best behavior panel for body language, truth language, micro expressions, and all things human when detecting lies. And here we go. Check this out. These are UFO sightings, the U.S. Department of Defense Pentagon UFO report on body language of people who are in the government. How are they lying? Are they lying? Are they telling the truth? Here we go. In 3, 2, and gosh.
Airspace, we don't know what it is.
People are saying they're seeing UFOs.
It makes it increasingly less likely that we're alone.
Objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are.
We don't have good explanations for some of the things that we've seen.
Now, there are a lot of people that are going to examine your facial expressions here, every twitch.
Maybe it has a very simple answer. Maybe it doesn't.
I think so. Yeah. All right. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Here we go. I'm Scott Rouse. I'm a body language expert and analyst, and I train law. Our algorithm, and we want to get. All right, let's look at these UFOs things.
I have an interview the other day in which you said you've been briefed on unidentified flying objects. Are they real?
Well, I don't want to really get into it too much, but personally, I tend to doubt it. I mean, you have people that swear by it, right? And pilots have come in and they said, and these are pilots that are not pilots that are into that particular world, but we have had people saying,
look at the hands. You see the hands? He's pushing back. Thank you for the $5 PayPal to, I can't read. Is it Elion? I'll email you. Thank you. Thank you for that, by the way. See how Trump's using his hands? Very important. He does a lot of shoulder nods, a lot of head tilting. He's not happy, but he's excited. He doesn't want to talk about it, but he does. I don't know what these guys are going to say, but it looks like Trump doesn't really know much, but he seems to be rather defensive without being defensive. Watch.
that they've seen things. I'm not a believer, but, you know, I guess anything's possible.
He's telling the truth there.
Greg, what do you got?
Let's start by talking about presidents in general. They have a product they're selling. They have a brand, and his brand is chairman. That's his brand and always will be. Each of these guys, I'll tell you what I call their brand. He stays to his brand. He does the typical Trump thing as he's illustrating and he's regulating. He puts his hands together, pushes you out, and then comes back. One interesting thing to note,
You're
pay
welcome.
attention to this emotional eye accessing cue. When people look down into their right, those are emotional eye accessing cues. As you think about your children, think about happy moments or sad moments, you'll find your eyes drifting down to your right. This president does this. I'm also going to tell you to pay really close attention throughout all these videos to who does and who doesn't. It's an interesting tell. And then I'll tell you what I think that means as we get closer to the end. At the minute he says, I talk to, you watch Trump back up and brace for what's coming. And I think he's navigating here, if you watch his eye movement and him choosing and editing words, to make sure he doesn't say anything bad about servicemen and women that he values. That's all I think we see here. Chase, what do you got?
Yeah, I think the video starts out with what, Greg, that you really helped all the panelists identify something called the surrender steeple, when the steeple has gone down a little bit. And that's pretty normal for him. And when he says, I'm not particularly a believer, or I don't particularly believe it, he has an invisible question mark there. And he does not hardly ever use this up talk where the tone of his voice goes up at the end. And one other thing I think is unusual here for this video is that when Trump wants you to believe something, he socializes the situation. He'll say other people are believing this, and then he'll build up the credibility of those other people, which we see here. And that's been the way that he operates since day negative 5,000.
Man, these guys are really good. Really, really good at what they do. Let's get to the next one. We'll just do two. Really good at what they do. I didn't think of that. That's for damn sure.
Flying objects. Are they real?
Well, I don't want to really get into it too much, but personally, I tend to doubt it. I mean, you have people that swear by it, right? And pilots have come in and they said, and these are pilots that are not pilots that are into that particular world, but we have had people saying that they've seen things. I'm not a believer, but, you know, I guess anything's possible.
We spoke to.
Let's move.
But what is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there are.
Notice the hands. Notice the hands.
There's footage.
This is what Jeremy Corbell does. Do you understand why I don't like Jeremy Corbell? Because he does the same bullshit. He tries to guide you in with his Jesus hands. You know, like, I need you to believe me. Here's what's going on. It's an engagement. I mean, they all do this because they're bullshitting. They have to lie. And everything Jeremy Corbell brought us was a lie. And every time he speaks, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Presidents don't know really much anything about UFOs and what's secret and all that. They're temporary. 4 years, 8 years, that's it. You don't want to give the president the secrets and then 15 years down the road when they start losing their mind like Biden, they're going to, we saw UFOs and all that down in the basement. We don't want our presidents doing that. This is very important to them. This. Anyway, it is. It just is.
And records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have.
He can't speak.
An easily explainable pattern.
He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
And so.
We don't know how they move. They don't have an expected pattern. What does that mean?
I think that people still take seriously trying to investigate and figure out what that is. But I have nothing to report to you today.
Okay. Okay, Chase, what do you got?
I think it's interesting that in a lot of these presidents and government officials, when asked this question in particular, you see the same lateral boundary hand movement.
Thank you.
And we're seeing that in people who it's a pretty uncharacteristic behavior for. And I thought that was pretty interesting. We saw the same thing here in Obama. And I think there's honest behavior for the duration. It's keeping within all of his baseline movements. And I think at the end, we're seeing his contemplation about the other information.
Because he doesn't know.
Any deception going on. But I think you can see those lips tighten up. He pulls his lips tight right at the end of the video. And I think he's withholding information. That's the definition of what lip compression suggests, denotes.
And I'll disagree with that. I think the tight-lipped, it could be for what he said, but it's also because he doesn't know. And he's like thinking of something to say. It's like, what do I say here? I don't know what I'm supposed to say, what this question was about. I have no idea what to say. So we'll listen to somebody else.
Indicates, as Scott would say, I think that came from Joe Navarro. But that's literally withholding information. Greg?
Yeah, so when I watch him here, there are two or three things that stand off. Again, downright. Every one of these elected officials, I'm seeing downright. Now, is that emotion there because, hey, I want to tell you something I can't? Is it because, hey, there's something more than is here? Do I feel obligated to? Don't know. But I'm seeing that downright eye accessing in two presidents so far. Let's keep a watch and see what we see. He uses a push-pull word. Anytime somebody says actually being serious, actually. Now, I know he's just been joking, so that's part of it. But I want to ask, well, were you serious here or were you serious there? For you, if a person says actually, you should pay attention to that word because that's not a usual word a person has in their vocabulary. To use it all the time, it means nothing. He's navigating what to say, and in classic Obama style. That's what he does when he's not on prompter, is he negotiates through as he's talking. And his strategy is what I call the entertainer. He's the guy who's going to...
Okay, we'll get to the next. We'll do one more. I love this. So one more president. What they do is they let us watch again one more time, and then they'll continue on to the next one.
We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have...
I thought that was funny.
An easily explainable pattern. And so, I think that people still take seriously trying to investigate and figure out what that is. But I have nothing to report to you today.
Okay.
Tight lip. Next.
Sure, but it is an unidentified flying object or something like that. Now, now that this has been verified by the Pentagon, would you be surprised if we were visited by creatures from another planet?
Yeah.
You would be
Wouldn't
surprised.
you be?
Well,
Hell yeah.
But I haven't seen anything, and I think it's interesting that you said you'd be surprised, because if you've seen evidence, so you're saying there is no evidence. President Clinton told me that if he had seen evidence, he would tell everyone that he'd seen it. Do you feel the same way?
No.
No, you wouldn't. You don't think we can handle it?
No, I'm afraid it might spin you into orbit.
Okay.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
Yeah, well, all of them so far great entertainers. I mean, isn't that an interesting kind of pattern to see what entertainment value all of these past presidents can deliver? Tells us something. Now, this one is a little bit different, though, I think, because in this one, the president here is shown a very specific image. And of course, you know, we are pattern detection machines. We're looking to classify things by the patterns that we see. And so I think in this one, we see somebody who is just that little bit more tight-lipped, as Chase was saying. We see way more lip pursing. We see way more avoidance in the language and the story he starts to tell, and a clear redirect of yeah, wouldn't you be? So a complete deflection back onto the interviewer. I think that's because there is a very specific image that is seen there, and the possibility of an image that he understands exactly what that is, or can classify it in a much closer way, and isn't going to deliver either his opinion or some kind of knowledge on exactly how he and the government would classify that particular image. So,
pretty interesting. I'm going to leave it there. There's a lot to go over with that video since it's over an hour. It's an hour and a half long. We'll continue that during the week, as will we continue the Lou Elizondo, things from what he said from 2017 till now. So I think there's 140 of them, and we'll go over several during the week, probably 5 to 10 of them each night. Because Lou Elizondo, to me, and I said this earlier in the show, I think he's a problem for ufology. I don't think he's here for the right reason. I think he's infiltrated without really having to secretly infiltrate the Galileo project, and he's going to screw that whole thing up with Mellon and Pope and whoever else is in there from that organization. So we'll keep an eye on Lou closer than we ever have. Jeremy Corbell made a statement about a week or so ago that January 15th is a very special day. Like he says, I cannot wait for January 15th. And people were wondering, well, what does that mean? Is there anything dropping? Are there any more UFO videos coming from Corbell? No. I haven't seen anything. So I'm going to look real quick. In the meantime, check this out. Check this video out I found on Facebook. Just watch this. I'll play it a few times because you may not understand what we're seeing. Watch. Did you see it? A person flew through this thing. Watch. There's the feet. There they are. What the hell? What is happening? I mean, that's fast. Does anybody know about this video? I mean, it could have just been pure luck that that person just happened to make it through, right? I keep stopping it at the... But it looks like their head is down the whole time. They're not even looking upward. So I don't know what and how this happens. Here they come. Look. It looked... You don't see their face ever. It is the weirdest video. Right? I don't understand it. Yeah, it does. It looks like they're airborne before they hit. It does. It looks like they're already in the air. Like they're wearing one of those suits. But they're not. It's real. I mean, this is not fake. That's a real person. Stuntman? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a movie. Right. I got to tell you, I think you're right. Look at the front. Good call. Who said that? Who said that? Stuntman. Who said that? Off-World Adam, you're right. Look at this. There's duct tape here. This is, it looks like padding here and here. It's a stunt. Oh, you got it. It's a stunt. Watch. You can see this stuff move. He actually hits it over here too. Watch. It's padding. Great frickin' job, Off-World Adam. How'd you know? That's what it is. It does look like a movie set. Good call. Frickin' A. One more time, just for S&Gs. It's a stunt. Yeah, it does. You're right. Why would there be 3 seats here? Because they're showing it. And here's a marker right here. Probably where a camera goes. Oh, that is really smart of you. I was just turned on. I saw this before the show started. Good job. That's what it is. You guys are the best. See, this is why I think we have extremely smart and maybe the smartest people that understand what's going on. I mean, if I don't know it, one of you will know it. And if one of you don't know it, well, then we're in trouble. You guys always seem to get it. Great job. That was fun. Third phase is here? I didn't see them here. Are they here? Well, they usually watch every now and then, so third phase, no, I don't see them here. Not commenting. Well, anyway, I am fresh out of voice. I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Thank you, moderators, super chatters. What a fantastic night. What a great Monday. Tomorrow night we'll be back, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, right here on YouTube. And if it wasn't for the moderators and super chatters, the show would not run smoothly. Wouldn't be here 6 nights a week. Don't forget, you can still support Goof On through PayPal, the Cash App, and become a patron. Thank you very much for all that. Veterans and newcomers, thank you very much for supporting the show as well. Give the show a few days. If you like it, then subscribe. If you don't like it, hey, I tried my best. This is what it is. And, we'll do whatever we can to make you happy. We try to bring up to date and stuff on everything, I think. I think Goof On is better than what people are saying out there. And, well, who gives a shit about UFO Twitter, right? So we'll be back tomorrow night. And if you're not familiar with the show, we go Monday through Friday. We start at 9. We go for 2 hours. We end at 11:11 now. Just over 2 hours and 11 minutes. And Saturday is Saturday in the UK show, which is at 4 p.m. It went at 5, but it's at 4. So it starts at 9 in the UK. That's Saturday. Sundays we take off. So I want to thank you all for hanging out with Goof On tonight, because what are we? We are Truthology for you.